Hello and welcome. In our previous video, we saw how to enable the archive log mode and we have enabled the post logging in the primary database. In this video, we will configure and create the standby redo logs in the primary database. A standby redo log is used only when the database is in the standby role to store the redo data received from the primary database. Standby redo logs form a separate pool of log file groups. Configuring standby redo log files is highly recommended for all databases in a data guard configuration to help in the role transition. A standby redo log is required to implement real-time apply and cascaded redo log destinations. By configuring the standby redo log on the primary database, the standby redo log is created automatically on the standby database when we execute the duplicate target database for standby from active database r1 command. Now, how many standby redo logs should we create and what should be the size? We must create same number of standby redo log file groups and of same size as with the online redo log file groups on the primary database. It is highly recommended that you should have one more standby redo log group than you have online redo log groups as in the primary database. Although standby redo logs are used only when the database is operating in the standby role, you should create standby redo logs on the primary database so that switching roles doesn't require additional DBA intervention. Now, in order to create or configure the standby redo logs, we are going to verify the online redo log file size and the count of primary. Then we'll create the standby redo log files in the primary. Then we will verify or will view the standby redo log information. Now verify the online redo log file size and count of the primary database. Now we can see that the size of each online redo log file is about 52 megabyte and there are 3 online redo log files in the primary database. So now we are going to create 3 standby redo log files, each having 52 MB of size. Alter database, add standby log file, the path, then the size. Now we created 3 standby redo log files in our primary database. Now verify the standby redo log information. Select group hash type member from v.log file where type equal to standby. So now you can see the standby redo log files that we created just now. Now, though we created the standby redo log files in the primary database, they have not yet been in use, or that is the reason we can see the status is unassigned. Once the standby database is created, then when the switchover happens or the role transition happens from primary to standby or standby to primary, then these standby redo logs will be storing the redo information. Thank you.